And today, we will do the. Hello guys, today we will do the My GM, the General Manager, which will be a new one, new mode, I don't know. But let's go! But wait, why is the jersey number so high? I'm 14. My number is 14. I don't care what people say. I am 14. Ooh, I'm fishing. Ooh, our own text hours. Why am I am bald? Why am I bald? TR. Why am I bald? Yeah. Earth to TR, yours looking glossier than the fish. You okay there, partner? Yeah, sorry, just thinking about the past. I can't believe we're here. On the boat? No, well, yes. I mean, the boat's a surprise to be sure, but looking back on the last few years, it feels a bit surreal. You feel me? Well, I reckon that makes us a pair of peacocks, compadre. That's the perfect example. You see, I remember when we first met and you started saying stuff like I didn't know what to make of it. You were an unknown quantity, an alien, a stranger in a strange land, breaking bread with someone that spent their entire life eating, sleeping and breathing basketball. But you know, I gotta say your expressions, they kinda grow on me, Tex. I knew that you would come around, son. Even though we might be different animals, we're the same beast. Wait, did Tex Towers just quote Kobe Bryant? You're welcome, ha. Guess what I'm trying to say is that the feeling's mutual, TR. From the first day we met, I felt like you and I were destined for greatness. Uh-huh. Scout's honor. Look, a man like me don't get as far as he does by skill, hard work or talent alone. Luck's a more powerful ladder of Clyde Dills. Wait. And from day one I felt that you were someone special. I feel lucky not to only call you my general manager, but my friend. Well, thank you kindly, Tex. I guess that's partly why I'm sitting here thinking about the past. It seems almost unbelievable that after ending my career as a pro, that I managed to become a GM. I mean, it looks easy at home, you know? You never think about the long deliberation that goes into making deals, how to properly handle the press, and how not to get started on dealing with eccentric personalities. I'm still really confused why I do not have hair. I retire, and when you retire you grow bald. I'm not sure what's happening here. I hope that's a glitch. You talking about yours truly, or is that aimed towards one of them Sanderson fellas? Well, I didn't have anyone particular in mind, but sure, let's go with Bob and Andrew. Speaking of, I never did hear what happened between you guys before we met. That's a long story. Yeah, reckon you have right of it. Burning too much daylight for something like this. Okay, wise guy. If you actually insist, I can fill you in. How much do you know? Just the bits and pieces I heard from the TV. Bob bought a team, brought in Andrew, and you all tried to play nice. Yeah, sounds great so far. Then Andrew started to get a bit too big for his britches, and Bob started to have a heavy hand in team affairs. I heard he made you trying to get some agent store to boost the value of the team. Not quite. The Whiskit Stephen used some fancy math to show that good rookies are a good value. It was the old owner that demanded I get Vince Carter to boost the value of the team. Vince Carter tax. Look, Vincenti thrown down the greatest dunkers I've ever seen, and his veteran person would be immeasurable to the rookies but helping them. But he had no idea what could actually boost the value of the franchise. Also, don't you think you're getting away scot-free, Tex Towers? Trying to get someone to boost the team value sounds an awful lot like something you would have done as well. You may have a point, though you can't fault an owner for trying to protect his investments. So, getting back to the story, thereabouts is where things getting fuzzy. What happened next? Well, it went something like this. Nice lake, by the way. And I'm not sure if my voices are the same or changing, but no, I stayed loyal. what what tip did I use? Yeah, I tried the series and I stopped, but I used the Atlanta Hawks. You know what? I'm going to stop with the voices and just read it along. I guess that would be better. TR, great to see you. You have any trouble with traffic on the way in? It was a little... Why am I bald? It was a little slow actually. They had a lane closed and... I knew it happens all the time. We all know that feeling. Stresses you out, doesn't it? It can be a little stressful, sure. I knew it. That's why you need Panic Zoom. Really product. Excuse me? It's my new app. Help people calm down when they're stuck in traffic using the latest biometric technology. We're going to disrupt the wellness app industry. Completely turn it on its head. You want to know how it works? Well... I'm not even going to read this. So we'll get down to business. Yes. Ready whenever you are. Make an introduction, so let's go to introducing TR. I'd like to meet Tex Towers, one of my best friends in the entire world, and even an even better business. Tex, this is T.R. Kaminsky, a close personal friend of mine and best general manager in the NBA. Okay? Excited to meet you, Mr. Towers. Pleasure's all my son, and please, Tex will do just fine. Alright, now here comes the fun part. This isn't official yet, so what I'm about to say stays in this room, understand? Of course. Much longer, but the board of have to prove Tex bit on one of the new expansion teams. Okay. Congratulations, that's a very exclusive club you've just joined. Thank you most kindly, TR. Right, truly honored. What? I'm right, truly honored. Is that English? Okay. Now, as someone who knows this business better than most, I'm sure you understand the scope of what Tex is about to take on, TR. He's got to build an entire organization from the ground up, put an infrastructure in place, make 1,000,001 decisions, each one as important as the next, no matter how small. Yes, I do. It's like my mama always said, screws and skillets alone don't make a home. Okay? What is with his English? That's exactly right, Tex. Now, like I was saying, me and Tex here go way back. He's one of my very best friends in the entire world, and since he's got so much on his plate right now, I'd love to take off a thing or two. That's where you come in. I could beat around the bush a little, but you know that's not my style. So I'm just gonna put it out there. I think you would be fantastic to become the new GM of Tex. Okay. Let me just assure you that Tex is one of the very best people you could ever hope to work for. It's not the NBA, not that I am, but he's as sharp and as fair as they come. Okay? That's all kind of you. More importantly, he's incredibly excited about the challenge of building an organization from scratch, and I can assure you when Tex Towers takes on a challenge, he succeeds. He's got one of the most innovative business minds of anyone I've ever met. Only thing, he needs some help with the basketball size. And you and I both know that you're about as talented as they come in that department. All that being said, I want you to know that it would cross me to say goodbye to you. Genuinely, I mean it. I'd be crushed. But at the end of the day, I think it represents a game-changing opportunity for everyone. I think you're a fierce competitor. I want you to go out there and put the best squad on the floor and try for a championship. I might end up selling the team again, and you deserve better. With Tex, you will have an owner committed to win it, and you can give the best shot to do what you do best. I know it's a lot, but I really do think it's the best move for everyone here. You don't have to give me an answer right this second, but talk me through the process. Where are you now? Well, I'm flattered, and I can't say I'm not excited about the prospect of building an entire team. But you've got to understand, I'm invested in this team, the Atlanta Hawks. I've poured a lot of myself into this job, and you know that. If I would leave now, I don't know. I would say that I would betrayal everything that I stand for, because I've got unfinished business here. We didn't bring a championship here. I understand that. I wouldn't expect you to enter any other way, to be honest, but I've thought about every angle here, and what you've got is a chance to accomplish by moving over to this new expansion team is historically unique. You'd be carving a place in history that no one else would occupy if you were able to transfer your success within an organization to success with Knicks. What? Okay. It's an exciting opportunity, I'm not gonna say it's not, but you know what, I think it's enough talk. Why not let your future boss get a few words in? It's already been decided for me, great! I love that. Here's the straight skip. Like I said, I'm a businessman, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the competitive aspect of the rigorous training required of all manner of sport. Last year's final was a real hoot and a half, but I'm a businessman first and a fan second. I know he's got the posters on his walls playing the cards, but I am more into dollars, if you catch my drift. Yeah, loud and clear, yeah. And also, I like that. But you are the best in the business when it comes to quality, to get quality players to play. And if he says it, well, I'm sure it's true. And if that's true, then you're a smart cookie. Are you a smart cookie, TR? I like to think so, yes. Confident, I like that too. Now you being the smart cookie that you are, I'm sure you understand the magnitude of the opportunity. You wouldn't be fixing to turn down an opportunity of this magnitude, would you? So what do you say? Are you as smart as you look? Are you ready to make more green than a head of lettuce? Seriously, what's it with his English? Well, thank you for breaking some bread with me, TR. I'd like to get to know my my dance partner before we hit the floor. We're not on a date, man. Really. And I'm still... Really? When can I change that? I'm right here with you, Tex. Now let me ask you something. What do you reckon my aim is here? What do you think motivates you to do this all? Money. But I guess you're someone who likes to take on new challenges, someone who doesn't shy away from competition. And running an NBA franchise, well, that's the biggest challenge that there is, which is also the most competitive industry. That's mostly right, but it's mostly only costs in horseshoes and hay piles. You're missing one key ingredient. Go round. You know what it is? Money! Why don't you tell me, sir? Please call me Tex, but alright. Sorry, I heard something drop, so I wanted to check that out. Okay, please call me Tex, but alright. If you want to play coy with me, I'll just come right. It's all about the money. I want many of those grade A, Uncle Sam's approved tamales as I can possibly get my mitts on. I like the guy, I like the game, it's a great game, but I was impressed. The concurrentors are capable of, that is a business venture and I expect a pretty penny. It's no secret what NBA teams are going for, and it's only going up. If I understand my history right, the fellas in New York City haven't been a very good basketball team since 1990s, yet as institution Forbes magazine says, there were $3.6 billion. I want a first class seat on that train. Well, we all need money. You're right, we do, and I'm then getting my fair shake. I don't know if you know this about me, but I like to think big. This is about a whole lot more than a basketball team. I tend to set myself up a little kingdom by talking about total takeover of a downtown area. We're going to put up those city stickers in Los Angeles to shame when we're done setting up shop. Damn! That's a lot of work, Dex. You got some zoning oriented change. You have got to buy property from entrenched owners. That's what I do. I make deals. I get things done. I get them done Texas style. We're gonna build up the land around the arena, turn it into a happening place to be, and I'm gonna rake in all the profits hand over hand. Sounds like you've got it all figured out. Why am I needed? With a mighty 5 people, and that's where you come in. From an operations perspective, I need you to keep costs down as much as possible. I need you to keep our overhead to an absolute minimum. We're going to make a good return on things, we gotta do it the right way. The road to possibility is aligned with fiscal prudence. Like my great grandpappy used to say, you can't pluck a goose against the grain. You understand what I'm trying to tell you here, TR? Well, I can't, but you gotta spend money. You gotta spend money to make money. This takes up what you're saying, believe me, but you brought me here because you know because I know how to build a winner. Let me build a steam how I see fit, and I'll give it to you and make you a nice fat profit. That's not what I wanted to say. Fatter than a hen at harvest time? Sure, that's all I need to hear. Glad you're seeing things my way, TR. NBA expansion press conference. Let's go! Owner Bob Sanders. I want to start off by welcoming everyone in attendance today. It's truly an exciting day in the history of the Seattle Supersonics organization, not just me and our staff, but for the city of fans as well, really. I'm beyond thrilled to announce that I've come to terms with the new general manager of the Seattle Supersonics. He's someone you should all be familiar with us by now. My son, the young but extremely talented Andrew Sanderson. Wow, they're back. We have full confidence that now is the right time for Andrew to take control of the basketball operations, and we're 100% committed to his success. With the entire organization in alignment, for me to Andrew on down. You know, great things are on the horizon for the Supersonic. Okay, let's open the floor to questions. Hi, Andrew. Hi there. I'd like to start by getting your general thoughts on the situation. My general thoughts? Well, I'm excited about tackling this challenge. First, I'd like to moment to thank the truly inspirational T.R. Kaminski to my left for all the help that's been given me throughout the career. Without him, I do not know where I would be today. And I mean that he's given me everything he's got. The wisdom, the love, and I'm really truly blessed to call him my mentor. He's a hero to a lot of us in the business, and I've been unbelievably fortunate to have the opportunity to work side by side with a living legend. Any thoughts on Andrew's comment? Well, I'm flattered. Well, it's a little humbling to hear this kind of stuff, but it's flattering, obviously. I'm happy to hear he's able to learn so much from me in so short a time. Oh, +1 compression. Okay. In the limousine. Do you want me to let you in on a little secret, TR? Still a secret. If Bob and Andrew are here, become a jerk. Kid, sharper than a rattlesnake with a razor blade. That's fine. You know now that Bob recommended you for the job, of course, but I find you not know that he's one that talked me into this whole racket to begin with. If it weren't for a little bit of idle chit-chat at the back of 9 of Augusta last June, I might have never gotten into the basketball business. Is that right? Right is right, fella. You know as well as I do that Bob mighty persuasive once he sets at yammering about something, and he did an absolute bang up job on selling me on the future of this here league. Well, that's great. So if he doesn't like it, then he's gone. I'm thinking that time for collaboration with old Bob here is over. We got our separate teams, we got our separate ways, but the way I see it, I think we'd be able to come to some sort of an agreement that would be mighty advantageous to the whole lot of us. Why? I have to jump in for a minute. Loudest boo from Cat's girl. Okay. Well, you know me for a long time. And you know that I like to maximize my advantage and minimize his disadvantage. It's an approach that applies to business as much as it applies to basketball. Losing you, a big disadvantage, but one that I'd like to minimize. But there's another way to look at it. And the flip side to this coin, which you're going to work with our good friend Tex, will be a major advantage for everyone. I'm listening. What I'm proposing is in essence a strategy alliance. Like I said, it will hurt to lose you, that's undeniable. But if we act with our best or if our two both interests in mind whenever possible, it really gets us up a leg on the competition league where everyone sees everyone else as an enemy. I do see you as a bloody enemy. He's 100% right, TR. But before we go any further, I want to address the elephant in the room. This isn't going to work if we're not brutally honest with each other. So yeah, I know that you and I didn't get along very well last season. No, we didn't. That would be an accurate statement. I'm not trying to deny it, but I think now is a good chance for us to turn over a new leaf. Holding grudges isn't healthy in personal life or business. If you miss out on an opportunity because you're holding a personal grudge, it will only hurt you in the long run, especially in business. If there's a deal to be made, money to be gained, you're only hurting yourself if you turn it down because you don't like that one person. Well, that being said, I would like to move past last year and focus on the future. If you and I just forget about everything that's happened and look at how we can improve our teams moving forward, I think you will see that forming a strategy alliance is the move that makes the most sense for everyone involved. So what do you think? Do you think we can move on, looking out for each other whenever we possibly can? Possibly. This is everything asterisk ID, but and you'll learn this about me, Tex. I like to deliberately with my decision making. If it's alright with you, I'd just as soon sleep on it before coming back with a decision. Yeah, I'm not sure. Depends what you're doing, man. It really depends what you're doing. What? Talk turkey with me, Tier. Who do we got our eyes on for this 2K What's Do's It? The 2K Hubs Summit? That's right. Who's the big hombre on campus? Not every cowboy can ride a bull, I take it. You're not 100% caught of the scouting report text? Shame. Shame. Not as of yet, I'm afraid. The man in my position only has as much time, and the rooster crows whenever or not the mules at the till, okay? I am just messing with you attacks. It's my job to keep track of this stuff, not yours. But since you're asking, let me get you up to speed. I will give you a quick rundown of the top 8 players in the draft so you can sound like you know what you're talking about when you're with your golfing buddies. Prefer fly fishing, but that would be mighty kind of you. Good. Right at the top we got Luka Doncic, the Slovenian guard, which can also play small forward. Great feel for the game. He's 19 years old, but that doesn't matter. He has played overseas and is a great player. Then we got Jaren Jackson of Michigan State, 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan, and he has all the tools you want for a modern big. And after that you got DeAndre Ayton, Michael Porter and Trae Young. Wings, bigs and guards. I like my wings from Buffalo and my guards Birdie. That's different. I can see I'm driving the bus here. Yes, I really am. That you most definitely are, TR. Okay. Talk about Trae Young, top point guard in this draft. Unbelievable range at Oklahoma, one of the most impressive offensive seasons ever in the NCAA. Trailed off a bit at the defense, but nobody cared. Could help him. But his court vision and shooting have a chance to be at the elite level. Only concern with his body is a bit slight, who figures to have trouble guarding people at the next level, and he struggles to finish at the rim. DeAndre Ayton, who most people see as the top prospect. I think Jackson is better, but Ayton is a physical freak, like David Robinson or Dwight Howard. Terminator, but really light. Fully away post moves, can pass well, jump out of the gym, and will finish with power and finesse. His basketball IQ and skill are questionable, but his post game work is sometimes pretty aggressive. Will his post game work in the future? Michael Porter Jr., who was picked really late because of his back injury in the real draft. He hurt his back and barely played at Missouri, so you don't have much tape of him outside of high school because inferior competition. But still, he's got skill compared to Kevin Durant, if not at the same level. He's 6'10", great shooter, fluid in the open court, and nice touch feel for the game. Okay, he wants more. Then we have Marvin Bagley, power forward of a center out of Duke. I thought he was a power forward. Okay. Wendell Carter Jr., power forward, really well-rounded player, might be a bit undersized. He's a power forward, he's not a center, and isn't necessarily an impressive athlete, but like Doncic, the kid knows how to play a little bit of everything and does it pretty well. Michael Bridges, a 3-and-D wing out of Villanova. A 3D wing like I'm. 3-and-D, specialized 3-point shooting and a lockdown defender. Okay. He's a polarizing pick. Most people don't see him as a star, but his boosters think he's the kind of guy who can take a team with an already established star to the next level. He can guard the point guard, shooting guard, a small forward, and knock down outside shots when necessary, just like Trevor Ariza. He's a good place to stop for now, actually, because after him it gets a little weird, but I tend to side people who put him in the upper tier. He's a little older than most, but improves every year, and I think we'll keep at it. What do you know to be sure about someone like Michael? I want to make sure you have every advantage. Head scout to start. Have you made any progress there? It's all you, son. Like I said, I'm staying out of the basketball affairs. Carve some time out when you get back from 2K7 to round out your staff. As you have my blessing to pursue whoever you see as fit most. Sounds good. Welcome to. Here's your chance to get first and look on prostitute available. To get started, select which control well. 4 players. Oh. Well, 1, 2. I want to play this guy who's young, and I want to play. I actually like Colin Sexton. It's a passing point guard, but I also like, because I like to play the point guard position. But Michael Porter Jr. is also. Wait. And I'll put you off, and I get Colin Sexton. Let's go.